Okay, this is the first impressions video on the Google Pixel 6a. Never had a Google phone before, had an Android before, but I do think the UI on the Google Pixel is a lot cleaner. But coming from an iPhone, let's see how this phone actually feels. Let me take you guys through the unboxing experience because I'm really excited. This is my first time ever having a Google Pixel. But as you guys can see, this is the Google Pixel 6a, at least the back of it. It's really easy to do this because phones nowadays come with nothing in the box. But as you guys can see, this is the front of it. I didn't get the volume on the pill, sorry about that. But if you look in the box, it comes in with this nice USB Type-C to Type-C. High quality, nothing crazy. And then on the box, it also has this USB-C to USB-A connector. And this is the phone itself. It looks super nice, but let's go ahead and get really into the phone. One of the things that you can notice about the Google Pixel 6a right away is that it's a small phone. It feels really good in the hand, and with one hand you can get to wherever you want in the screen. And coming from an iPhone 12 Pro Max where the screen is 6.7, a screen that's 6.1 is definitely a big change. The Google Pixel 6a has a glassy plastic back that looks like glass. If you tell someone that hasn't seen a Google Pixel that is glass, they'll probably believe you. I know I said this before, but this phone has a 6.1-inch display. It's actually a 1080p OLED flat display, and the brightness is okay, but it's good enough for you to go outside and see everything that's happening. Now, the screen is 60 Hz. It's 60 Hz, but it's not smooth. It's a little bit choppy. It's not as smooth as some of the other phones out there. For example, the best example that I could come up with was on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Once you swipe up to see how many apps you have open, everything is so smooth. There's no hard stop or anything like that. Now, on the Google Pixel 6a, when you want to see how many apps you have open, everything is a hard stop. And if you scroll halfway, it goes towards the other app and it's a hard stop. It doesn't really flow like on other phones, and it's just a little bit stiff. That was one of the things that I noticed right away. I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's something that you can get used to it, but it all depends on the person. Something about the Google Pixel 6a that did surprise me a lot is the battery life. This phone has a 4410 milliamp hour battery, which is bigger than the iPhone 14 Pro Max. It's surprisingly good. It has been lasting a really long time with me. I gotta keep testing it, but the fact that this battery is bigger than the iPhone 14 Pro Max is just insane. Now, it does feel like people have a love and hate relationship with this phone, and these are some of the things that makes people now find this phone quite attractive. Number one is no wireless charging, and I know this one is a bummer for a lot of people, especially if you're a tech enthusiast. Now, we are getting to that time, or we pretty much already are, where a lot of the phones that come out support wireless charging, even some of the more budget phones. Now, I do understand that companies want to cut back in price when they are making their mid-range budget phones, but thinking of with wireless charging, that is a big deal for a lot of people. Number two, and this one is in the middle, is the fact that the Google Pixel 6a doesn't have a headphone jack, even though the 5a did have a headphone jack. Now, I say this one is in the middle because we know companies have been moving away from the headphone jack for a while now, and a lot of people are buying wireless earbuds. It is a bummer that it doesn't have a headphone jack, but this is where tech is going. Number three and last, I didn't think people were talking about this, but this is actually a thing, and it's the fact that the fingerprint reader is a little bit slow and sometimes it just doesn't work. I mean, so far for me, it has been working fine. It is a little bit slow and it is noticeable. I did notice that right away, but I mean, they gotta cut the budget somewhere. I will not talk about the selfie camera, but in the back we have a dual 12 megapixel camera setup, a main camera and an ultra wide, and even though they are 12 megapixels, do not get full because the pictures are nice. Now, it was really fun to take pictures with the Google Pixel 6a. First time using these cameras, and they personally surprised me. When it comes to taking videos, this thing is super good as well. I mean, it records 4K all the way up to 60 frames per second, and we love that. We love high quality. As of right now, it's looking like the Google Pixel 6a is all about the cameras and the user experience. If that's something that you're looking for, maybe you should take a look at it, but the truth is that there are phones for the same price point that are just a little bit better. My name is Ray. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.